In the south of Minas, most old roads are pointing north. Almost all of them will eventually lead you to a place where once gold and diamonds were mined. This precious cargo was transported back to the ports in the south and loaded hundreds of ships that would cross the Atlantic and end up docking in Portugal. Now gold and diamonds are long exhausted from this land, and the old roads of Minas were left for leisure walks. But although many of the old roads look empty and abandoned, some of them will still lead you to places where wonders still happen. Back in the old days, the trips through the roads of Minas could take months, and the transportation of food that would resist this long was a constant problem. The process to preserve meat in salt was long known to the Portuguese, and they introduced in the colony what is now known as shark. Shark is the main ingredient in many traditional Brazilian dishes, and it is easy to prepare. Use a beef cut with low fat content. It could be tenderloin, or like in this case, I'm using eye round. Cut it in 1-inch thick slices. Put it in a ceramic or glass bowl and completely cover it with salt. Let it rest overnight in a cool place. The next day, you will notice that the salt soaked up most of the meat liquids. Transfer the pieces of meat to a clean bowl and cover it again with new batch of salt, and let it rest until the next day. You will notice that this time the salt is less humid. Remove the excess of salt and your shark is ready. It can be kept at room temperature. Well, that's the whole point of this preservation technique. But you will be able to keep it longer in the fridge. You can use this meat in many preparations, but today I will use it as the main ingredient for the filling of my red ravioli. Start by making a base of chopped onion and garlic in butter. Don't add salt. Remove the excess salt from the shark by soaking it in water overnight. Mince it using a food processor and add 1 cup of this minced shark to your preparation. Also add half a cup of chopped parsley. For the dough, add 2 eggs for 2 cups of all-purpose flour and a pinch of salt. Work the dough until it is elastic and doesn't stick to your hand. Now here comes the secret ingredient. Remember the colorau we prepared in a previous episode? Add about 1 tablespoon of colorau to the dough and it will give it a wonderful brick orange marbling. Open the dough in sheets as thick as a paperboard. Put about 1 teaspoon of filling, leaving about 1 each between each filling ball. Wet the surface of the dough with cold water and fold the dough over the filling. Press it very well to remove any air bubbles. Use a coffee cup to cut the shape of the raviolis. After you made a bunch of them, cook them in boiling water until they float, and sauté them in melted butter. Sprinkle the raviolis with grated Minas cheese.
Uh-oh. Pitanga,